Hello there, and welcome to Star Citizen. As you can see, I've lost my fucking beard. So we're going to be taking a trip across the galaxy to retrieve it, hopefully. I'll show you many sights and sounds across the way, including several planets, all sorts of ships, and all the things Star Citizen has to offer. So, let us begin. I'm trying to smile. So, welcome to the world of Star Citizen. Now, this is a game I imagine plenty of people have heard of, but maybe don't really know anything about. Probably heard a lot of bullshit rumors going around. So, let me introduce you to this world, as this is a game I am very excited about personally, and I love the scope and vision of the game, and I have high hopes for it. I'm optimistic. First thing we're going to do, though, is go and buy some armor, because I don't have any. This is a fairly recent update, so I haven't properly played it yet. So, I'm new to a lot of this stuff, but, oh, that's pretty cool. That looks cool and not too expensive. You start with 5,000 credits, which is a small amount of money really. You can get some of these big fancy beefy armors, which I imagine make you a lot tougher. So yeah, the first thing about Star Citizen, your character is of course customizable with all these different armors, and they have different purposes. Some of them will be heavier and will make you slower, some of them will make you faster, some of them don't even fit in certain ships. So you've got to try and find one that works for you. I'm just going to buy this because it looks cheap and cheerful, and like something that might keep me alive a little bit better. Confirm that purchase. Nice. I've got a little bit of money left, I think. I'll buy one more bit. The helmet. Maybe the legs or arms. I think we'll go with the legs. I think that'll make it a bit more complete looking. Just so I don't look like all the other fresh spawns who are running around. I can now at least look a little bit different. I do want some of these beefy ones though. That one looks pretty cool. Looks like a bit of a tanky one. Maybe able to absorb some fire, because there are FPS elements in this game. First person shooter style stuff. You can buy it all from this kiosk if you'd rather than messing around with the mannequins. But we've got what we came for. I don't have much money left. I need to go and spend my last bit of money probably buying some ammo. Although, let's put this on first actually. Got some sweet new gear. So this is the Mobi-Glass. This is kind of our inventory where we can do all sorts of things, including equipping our fancy new armors we just bought. We got weapons as well. I've got a little SMG on me at the moment, although I need to equip that. There we go. And I've got a sidearm. I need to buy the spare ammo. That's what we're going to go and do in a sec. Let's pop this torso on first. Gives me a bit of damage reduction. That's what we need. My legs as well. Further damage reduction. So that's going to help keep me alive if anything starts to shoot at me when I'm outside my ship. It's not going to do much if I get blown up in my ship, but hey, got to be prepared. Got grenades and things as well, consumables, medikits, all that usual sort of stuff. Make sure we save those changes, and we should be good. If we check, I'll change my view. There we go. Got my new chest suit on. I'm looking more like a special spaceman every day. I am just missing a beard though, which I'm very upset about. Goddamn Star Citizen without its beards. So this is the weapon shop anyway. A variety of weapons. We got SMGs, we got sniper rifles, we got shotguns, we got pistols, all the usual suspects. That's a pretty cool looking one. A custodian SMG. Got your ammo down the bottom. Check out one of these sniper rifles. This one looks pretty awesome. The Boneyard. Can we inspect it? Let's try and have a look at it. So, oh, wrong button. Hold on, we'll get there. Have a little close-up of the sniper. I think this is quite new actually. I don't think I've seen this before. Looks pretty awesome. So yeah, you've got weapons that you can buy. They look pretty sweet. We need to buy some ammo. The one I need is that one on the end, I think, which I can't seem to access. I have a P8. I think that's what I have. That's the PR magazine next to it. Yeah, I can't seem to access it. It's just one of the many bugs. Star Citizen is an alpha, so expect to see many bugs, many random things, many things going wrong. It's a huge game, there's a lot to manage, so expect to see a fair amount of bugs. But It's not a big deal in this case because we can just buy it from the kiosk. There we go. P8 magazine. That's what we need. Cheap. Only 10 credits. What a bargain. I'll buy 2. I'm going all out. Crazy man. So yeah, the first point about Star Citizen is you can go shopping. And that is of course an important part of any game. Overall, Star Citizen is sort of an MMO overall. It's got FPS elements. There's going to be shooter elements. There's got space flight. You can fly your spaceships around, of course. So there's many things going on with this game. It's very unique in that way. It's kind of like Elite Dangerous, except you can actually get out of your ship, walk around, shoot people in the face, and of course, buy shoes, which is the important part, as I mentioned, of any game. And this is just a place called Port Olisar, which is just kind of a hub where you usually spawn in, but there's various different places where you can spawn in. This is where you can trade goods, I think. But for now, we need to get a ship out, which is what we use these terminals for. These are all the ships I have at the moment. I don't own all of these. I only own about 2 of these. And the rest are rented because there's a free fly event on at the moment, which means every day they show a bunch of ships in a special convention center, which I'll show you later, and you get to rent them and try them out. Only for this week though. Normally you don't get to try them out. You have to actually pay to buy them. But I'll talk about that a little bit more later on. For now, our ship's come in. It's on landing pad B02. We're already on B, so we just need to follow the signs to O2, which is through here apparently. Landing pad 0 to 4 through here. So it's very much a space simulator. It's what life would be like if you were really a spaceman living in space trying to get your ship out. You have to run everywhere. It's not just quick loading screens to jump in your ship. You have to go and get your ship out. It'll get delivered out for you, sort of, and then you have to run to it. Wait, 3 to 4. What was I on? Was I on 4? Doesn't look like I'm on 4. I can't remember what landing pad I was on. My ship's up there. It can't be on this one. Why am I getting lost? This is 0, 0. No, 0, 0 is just a huge landing pad. Where am I going? Why am I so lost? Was I on 4? Was I on 2? I think I was on 2 actually. Yeah, I'm a dumbass. I literally never get lost going to get my ship, and the one time I record I get lost. Brilliant. Anyway, here's my ship, the Aegis Gladius. Now there's many different kinds of ship. Many different kinds of ship. This one is a light fighter. As you can see, it looks kind of like just a normal fighter jet in our real human lives. So it's kind of similar to that, but there are some that look very much like spaceships. Got some nice mighty guns on it for gunning down motherfrickers. But yeah, this thing is fast and nimble and quite powerful, but it is, of course, a little bit lighter in the armor, so it can't take too much punishment. Has to rely on that maneuverability, so I've got to rely on my evasive maneuvers to stay alive. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in the ship, and we are properly going to get in the ship with proper animations. None of this just teleporting into the ship, into the old cockpit. And it looks very nice in here, I think. I'm quite the fan of it. A lot of attention to detail. And every ship's cockpit looks different. This is just the Aegis Gladius and how it looks in here, but every ship is going to look different, as you'll see through this video. Now we need to turn our ship on. Engines on and flight ready is what we need to do. That'll turn everything on. So let's go ahead and crack on with that. Flight ready. Here we go. Everything's alive. Okay. As you can see, there's lots of monitors, lots of things going on. Turn our engine on. And all this stuff on the screens isn't just for show. This all means something and actually does something. You can see I can move this around. It changes where I put the power of my ship. Do I want to put it into the guns and make my guns more powerful? Do I want to put it into my shields and make them better? There's all these different things that you can see on the screens that do affect the ship in some way. And it all means something. And I don't even know what half of them mean yet. But yeah, pretty awesome. Anyway, let's go ahead and get out of here.
Complete.
And we're away. Flying feels very satisfactory. I've never really been a huge fan of flying simulators or anything, but this does it damn well. So that's Port Olisar, all in all. It looks quite small from up here, but it is as big as, well, we were just running around inside it. It's all real time. And this ship's pretty quick. It's pretty nimble. You can see the speed on the left there, in this center bit, 280 at the moment. But that goes up and down. Got all my weapons on here. I've got 2 different weapons on my mouse buttons. And then I've also got missiles as well, but I can't use those without locking on. And again, everything you can see on this little HUD, it all means something. It says G-safe, it says coupled. All that means something, does something to the ship. None of this is just for show. Everything on this screen you can see right now means something. And I think that's awesome. I do love attention to detail, personally. And that's the thing about Star Citizen. Everything you could possibly think of that you would love in a space game that simulates being in space and living in space and being like all the sci-fi films that you ever watch, anything you can think of, chances are Star Citizen is doing it or is going to try to do it, and that's in their vision. And that's why I'm really interested, and I love the concept of the game. Anyway, enough flying around and walking around. Let's try and find a mission we can actually do. So back into the Mobiglass. These are all the different things we got. Vehicle loadout manager, equipment manager, as we've seen already. We got comms, and we can speak to people. We got contracts. This is what we need. So delivery contracts, these are simple ones. You just go and pick something up from somewhere, take it to somebody. Easy money, safe money. You don't have to worry about being shot, probably. An ECN reactor has emergency signal broadcaster. This one, it looks like there's some ships in trouble. This one pays quite well, 1,000 AUEC. This is a mercenary one, so this one's a bit more usually to do with fighting. You'll probably be killing something in your ship or on foot. Nova Riders. Yeah, that one sounds like it'd be in the ship. Maintenance. So yeah, there's all different kinds of missions that all suit different kinds of ships and different kind of players and different kind of career paths. And that's something that the game has, is careers. You can kind of follow a certain route of how you want to make your money in the game. And again, I'll get into that a bit later on because there's a million things to speak about. Anyway, I'm going to take a minute to try and find a decent mission because missions come and go as other players take them, so they're not always up for everybody. You got to try and take them when you see a good one. So, found a simple little mission I can show you. Just one to demonstrate one of the more chilled out missions. Got to go to a freelancer wreck to recover the ship data recorder. So a freelancer is a ship, one of the types of ship, and it's crashed, it's wrecked, it's blown up, and we got to go find out why. Well, we got to go get the recorder so somebody else can find out why. So that's it. Just a simple collection mission, and then we go and drop it off on a planet to an outpost called Levski. So this is the star map. This is just how we set our route of how we get around. Got to check I've got enough fuel, which I do. Plenty of fuel to get to there, not a problem. But that is something that's in the game. You have to be careful of your fuel, because if you run out of it mid-space, you're going to be very, very stuck, because it's going to be a long float back to wherever the hell you came from. You probably have to pay someone to come and pick you up and try and find you. And that's, I think, another career path is like search and rescue. You can actually do that. Anyway, hyperdrive engaged. We've got to go to the wreckage. Here we go. So we got proper hyperdrive visuals going on. I can still look around. We're just moving through space really, really quick. I can open the canopy. I could eject myself. I think that would be a horrendous idea at this. I think I would just literally be turned into mush. I'm kind of tempted to do it to see what happens, but maybe not right now. Yeah, so this is all real-time travel as well. It can literally take you about 15 minutes to get from one side of the star system to the other. So it's going for the sort of realism thing, no just quick load screens to get from A to B. You are actually going to travel it and you've got to wait it out. But it's good. I've got my Kindle nearby, so I just, read a little bit while I wait for my destination to arrive upon me from my hyperdrive. Or quantum drive, I believe it's actually called in this. Nearly there. Here we go. Lots of asteroids around. Got to be careful not to crash into those. They are actually big old physical things that are there. You can land on them if you want to. The bigger ones, of course. Maybe even the little ones. Pretty much arrived at the wreck site now. We're going to go and check it out. Not actually sure what to expect. I haven't done this mission before, so there shouldn't be any enemies. Sometimes there are enemies that will attack you when you do these things. It might seem like a nice calm mission, but oh, I say that. That little orange triangle means there's somebody there who may well be an enemy. Deg Beppu. Sounds like an alien name. It's not doing anything. It's not saying. Usually if there's AI enemies, they say something to you. It could be a player, I don't know. But they're just sat there anyway. I could fire a missile on them, but probably not worth taking them out. We'll just leave them alone. And you do have to kind of think twice before attacking other players as well, because there is a crime stat. And if you attack innocent people for no reason, just like in real life, you'll get in trouble and you may get some people coming after you. So you got to be careful with it. Only really engage if you want to be an outlaw. Right, this is the wreckage. Freelancer is a relatively big ship, but this one is in many, many pieces. We've got to try and find the black box. It's sometimes hard to tell how far you are away from things. Looks like I'm close here, but I might have to float for ages. There you go, I think we'll go for about there. Turn the engine off and jump on out. Where's my out button? Open the canopy, damn it. There we go. So we can get out our ship mid-space and just float around, so it's absolutely fine. We've got our spacesuit on, of course, so we're all good. Normally I should have an exit sign. I can't seem to get out. Turn the power off just in case. Sometimes your ship does float off if you leave it on, so definitely got to turn it off. Here we go. Whoa. Okay, we are in space. And this is just a random bit of space. You could do this anywhere. Anywhere that you can see in my visuals right now, I can fly to and just get out of my ship randomly. Lots of freedom with this game. Let's check out this wreckage. Is that the black box? I don't really know what I'm looking for. Doesn't look like a black box. I'm going to get my gun out. Just because you never know. You never know who or what might be around. That looks like it could be what we need. It's flashing. Oh, body. Is that some cargo we can... I could take that. If I had cargo space, I could take that. But I don't in my ship. We've got a corpse. Looks like he's clutching something. Oh, I can search him apparently. Doesn't seem to do anything at present. No. People have definitely passed. It's very eerie. It's very eerie in this ship with dead bodies around. Does make you wonder what happened. Was it attacked by some pirates? Was it aliens? I believe there are aliens in this. Did the ship just have a malfunction? Who knows? I got to take this. There we go. This is the black box recorder that we need. Although, oh fuck, I've just realised I don't actually have space in my ship for storage. Oh dear. Yeah, some ships have just a little bit of storage space, some have tons, but the Gladius doesn't have any. I didn't think of that before I bought the Gladius out. I should have bought my other ship, which does have storage space. I kind of want to go and explore the rest of this area. Is that another body? Oh dear. He looks in pristine condition considering he's floating in ice cold space. So he's probably just frozen. So it's like the front of the ship. Yeah, this is the cockpit. There's another body outside there. And this is an actual ship. You can buy this, obviously in the non-wrecked form, preferably. Oh, oh. Anyway, let's get this black box recorder, see if we can get it in my ship somehow. Because, yeah, don't have storage space. Maybe I can just hold on to it, I don't know. Otherwise, this mission may be a complete waste of time. I don't know why I'm opening the ladder. Do I need the ladder to float in there? Probably not. Apparently I'm going to use it though. No, okay. Doesn't work. Just need to sit in it. Don't need no stupid ladder. Can I get back in? Maybe I can't get back in with the box. Oh! Oh, the box is on the edge. Does it come with me? Is it? I think it's kind of in here. It's kind of on my head. Oh, 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 oh. Oh dear. Oh, the box is spazzing out. Oh dear. Please don't blow up my ship. I think we're in. It looks like we're in. Realistically, it looks exactly like how it would look if I was trying to store this box in this tiny ship. I think we're in. It's fine. This is totally fine. I planned this. This is exactly how I wanted it to go. I can't actually reach the controls to turn my ship back on though. I turned my engine on just now, but I need to press the flight ready button. But my box is in the way. And now I can't even seem to get out of the damn ship. Oh dear. I'm maybe a little bit stuck. Maybe I can wangle something around. I need to be able to see the button. See, I can see the power on button, but I can't see... Oh, oh, the box is readjusted. Oh, okay, I can turn the ship on now. Here we go. I think I've still got the box. Whoa. Alright, I think we're okay. I can now control my ship at least. And it looks like I've still got the box. So let's try and take it to Levski, I guess. Bit of a faff there, bit of a bug, but again, it's kind of my own fault. Because this ship isn't really supposed to have a box in it. I'm kind of lucky that this is happening. Maybe it isn't supposed to do this at all and I'm not allowed to carry the box in the ship. But it's working now, so I can do this mission. I'm happy. Normally, if you are doing a mission like this, you will want to bring a bigger ship that has some storage space. Don't be a dum-dum like me. Right, let's see if we can get down to Levski. Gonna quantum drive down there. So that was only a short distance, but it covered more ground than it looked like. So we've got to deliver it over there at that marker. It's only 94 kilometers away, so that's not too far at all. Shouldn't take too long. Try and get my ship going. You can see the speed. That number on the left, 700, 800 now. 900. 1,000. Goes up to about 1,015, I think. That's the top speed of this. And that is very fast. It doesn't look like we're moving very fast, but we are moving very fast. Only 1,235. Different ships have different speeds and different acceleration speeds, so they kind of all act differently. And you do have to be careful as well, because if you turn suddenly, it may make you black out. Like literally, the game will just black out your screen and you'll be unconscious for a few seconds, and your ship will just be hurtling in whatever direction. And yeah, if you hit something, you're probably dead. So you do have to be careful. There you go, look. Whoa! So you can see, because I moved, and I went down from like 1,000 speed to 200 speed, I nearly blacked out. And you have to be careful of that when you're flying around, when you're dogfighting. If you turn too sharply, too quickly, you might end up blacking yourself out, which is just a bit of a nightmare. Coming into Levski now, 35 kilometers, not too far. And this is just one of the moons around, so it's quite a simple planet. And the planets are completely landable on. You can see all of this stuff around me. I can land on any of it. It's a huge, it's an entire planet, and I can just land on any of it. And there's a whole bunch of these planets. The scale is absolutely huge. At the moment, of course, a lot of it is just barren wasteland. There isn't really much on some of these moons. But of course, over time, they're going to add more stuff. They're going to add more things to do, more things to see. And they'll become much more fleshed out. And I'm going to show you one of the more recently released planets called Hurston, which is a bit more fleshed out. It has a city on it. It has foliage and all sorts. It looks awesome. So I'm going to show you that in maybe a second video after this one, because this is going to be a pretty long video overall, I think. But we're coming into Levski now. This is where we got to drop off this little black box recorder. It's still with us. And I've never actually been here before. So this is all new to me. Now when you come in to land at these places, you can't just plonk yourself down anywhere, because you have to ask for landing permission, and they have to grant you that. Otherwise you will get in trouble, or you may even get shot down. So let's try and make contact. I should have a screen that has my comms on. Maybe I don't have it up. Oh.
Hey there! On behalf of the People's Alliance, welcome to Levski. Name's Eslin. I run the hangars here, which is great for you, because you're probably looking to land.
Yes, I am looking to land. I've got a black box recorder that doesn't really fit in my ship, god damn it. So that's, I've never seen that before. I've never seen a little video come up when you speak to somebody. So that's Eslin, who's the man to get the landing permission from. See, I got it on screen here. Levski Landing Services. Click on that, and that should give us
one hangar coming up.
There we go. I've accidentally left my torch on, which is why the screen is really white in some places. It's a little bit annoying, so I do apologise for that. I can't seem to turn it off. We've got a hangar. One of them should have a little symbol over it. There it is. That one with a little spanner over it. We'd go and land in that hangar specifically. It's opened up. This is where I've got to try and show you how well I can land. It's usually a bit easier in this view. You can also see how cool my ship is. It's a bit of a fiddly process landing. You do have to get your landing gear out as well, so that you can properly land. It looks like I'm going to land in water. This is a bit weird. Is this water? Am I going to blow up? This doesn't look like a good idea. Oh. But it's okay. It's just some kind of force field. Whoa. Gotta be careful with the controls. It's very easy to start bouncing around a hangar because they're so small. Okay, we're pretty much down.
Touchdown!
Let's turn the engine off.
Landing complete.
Offline.
Cheers, buddy. Okay, we have touched down in Levski. Let's see if I can get out of my ship with my black box. It's not uncommon to get a bug where you just die because of random things like having boxes in your ship and stupid stuff. So, oh, I'm okay. I was half expecting to die there, to be honest. The amount of times I've seen Jelk die in one of my spaceships just from walking around or sitting in a chair, it's not good. It's not good for him. But we got this box. I can't seem to run though. Where am I going? I'll deliver it over there. But there doesn't seem to be any doors over there. Oh, I think I dropped it now. Yeah, I can only run if I drop it, so I guess I just got to carry this thing real slow. I'm not completely sure what stow does. I guess it means if I have a ship that has storage space, I can stow it in the ship. I don't feel like that's the right way. I can't see any kind of doors over there. Normally there's an elevator somewhere. This just looks a bit industrial. Is there another way out of here? Oh, hello. That looks more like an exit, doesn't it? I think so. We'll head over there, see if this is the way to go. No idea, to be honest. Does say customs and habitation here, so it should be through here. Just got my box with me, my nice black box. I need some kind of trolley to put this on, I think. Call the elevator. So yeah, this is Levski. Bit of an industrial looking place. Looks like it could use a clean. But all the moons and all the planets and stuff, there is a whole big lore behind everything. There's all these different factions that own the kind of galaxies and things, and all these different, just so much, corporations and characters and all sorts of stuff. And this is kind of the online world, as you probably gathered by now. This is like the MMO online side of it. But there is actually a single player coming out called Squadron 42, which is kind of just a single player campaign with a story and such. And Mark Hamill, actually. They've gone all out and they've hired Mark Hamill as one of the characters in Squadron 42. So, you know, if you're a Star Wars fan, you get a bit of Mark Hamill. And I think Gary Oldman's in there as well, actually. So yeah, they've put some money into the actors for Squadron 42. But we've arrived at Levski Station. Going through customs. Not sure we actually have to do anything. Oh, there's a scarecrow. He's definitely scared me away. Oh, this is pretty cool. Got a statue here. What is that? It's a guy, it's got a miner holding a dead child, or a dying child. Remember Anthony Tanaka. So there's some kind of story there. Like I said, there's lore to all this, so that's probably got a story. I don't know what it is, but seems interesting. Take my black box over here. Here we go. Dropping it off to this fella. There's a player. There's another player running around. He's got pretty cool armor, actually. That looks like some of the bad guy armor, as such, which you get from a certain bad guy place. Hey, buddy, I got this for you. What do I do with it? Make a delivery. There we go.
All right. Place it here.
Just got to chuck it over here. Probably on the spot that says deliveries. There you go. Give me my money, boy. Please. I believe I'm owed some credits.
Everything looks good.
Thanks, buddy. Money, please? Is it going to appear? There we go. Objective complete. Deliver the black box. Sorted. Easy enough. So there's an example of a mission where you don't have to always fight things or anything to get what you want. There's a chance that maybe that would have happened in that mission, but you can see the only 224 credits for that. I'm sure it was 500. Have I been gypped? I don't know. Looks like this goes somewhere. But yeah, it's just that's a good example of a mission. I think that can show you the potential. Like, that was kind of fun. It was kind of eerie exploring that broken ship. And imagine where that could go if they did that with a huge ship, and maybe there's blood and dead bodies everywhere and some sort of alien races involved, or pirates, who knows. Some interesting stuff for potential little stories of missions. But let's head and do another mission now. What I want to try and do is one of the FPS missions, so you can see some of the FPS plane shooting stuff in action, because it is pretty well done so far, I think. So hopefully I can show you one of the more aggressive missions now, and another approach that you can take to making money in this game. Here we go. Security post carrier infiltrated. This is the one I want, I think. To that end, we're assembling a squad of armed and trained operators. So yeah, we're going to go do this one. So we get 500 for doing it, and we get bonuses for each one of them that we kill, which is pretty cool. So you see my Gladius is out. I need to get a different ship. I want something quite fast. We could take my Cutlass.
Alright.
This is my other ship.
Your ship's all ready for you.
This is actually just a placeholder ship, though. I don't own this ship. I've bought a different ship, which isn't out yet. So they've given me this ship as kind of a placeholder until my ship is ready to be put in the game, because it's just not in the game yet. It's called an Anvil Hawk. It's a bounty hunter ship, and that's just another career path you can take. You can be a bounty hunter, and you can hunt, I believe, AI targets. You can't do this yet, but you can hunt AI targets, and you'll eventually be able to hunt players as well. So if someone's got high crime stat, they're going around terrorizing people, you can go and hunt them down and bring them to justice. And that's why I bought that ship, because being a bounty hunter sounded like a good bit of fun. So I've got that ship coming when it eventually comes out. But for now, I do have the Drake Cutlass Black, which is a pretty cool ship in itself. It does have storage space. This is the one I should have taken on that mission, so I could actually store that box without it smashing me in the face in my cockpit. But it's a pretty cool ship. All the ships are pretty cool. There isn't really a bad ship, to be honest. They're all kind of interesting in their own ways. But I do think this looks pretty cool. This is a bit more of an all-rounder ship. It's got some cargo space, it's got some combat abilities. Can be good for search and rescue missions because it's got a couple of side doors people can float in. And this one, we're going to go in the back. Nice little tail door. Does have a few little seats by the door as well, so you could store a few people if you want to go and assault somewhere. You could bring 6 of your kitted up friends and then all jump out this door in a paratrooper style fashion and just dive in on somewhere. That would be pretty cool. It's got a couple of beds in here if I need to sleep. Got a turret which you can go up in there. I'm not going to show you that right now though. And then up front we got 2 seats, and this one actually has the pilot seat, which is this main one up the front, and then it also has a co-pilot seat behind, which is pretty cool. It's not essential to have a co-pilot. Sometimes Jelk flies in this with me and he does the things that are required of the co-pilot, which can be like managing the shields, redirecting the weapon power, making me a cup of tea, whatever's needed. Or he could jump off and go and jump on the turret, give us some extra firepower. It's got some options there, so just kind of doing the things that I could do myself, but he can do them better because he's focused just on that one thing, and I can focus on flying the ship and whatnot. And again, we've got a whole bunch of screens. Got a few more than my Gladius, got a bit more room. All the same stuff on the screens though, just of course laid out a bit differently, but you can customize the screens and put them around any which way you want. Right, these doors above me aren't open though, so I need to contact what's his face to try and let me out. How do I do this? Do I remember contacts? That's the one. Levski landing control.
You're clear to take off.
Cheers, buddy. And then hopefully we should be able to take off.
Complete.
And the doors have opened.
Impact warning.
We are free to leave old Levski.
Be good.
So gonna head to security post Kira, whatever the frick it's called. We're gonna go take a look. I've just realised I've left my back door open. Good job I didn't have any cargo in there, otherwise it would be falling on the people of Levski. But that's fine. So we're gonna head out. Just gotta get out of the planet's atmosphere and then we can quantum jump to our destination. So by the time I jumped to the area, the mission had expired and somebody else had done it, so I've had to wait for the mission to come up again. But I've got it now. Got to go take out the infiltrators of the security outpost, and we've got to try and get there quick before somebody else does again. You can see at the top there it says 7 of 7 hostiles remaining, so we've got to try and kill them before everyone else does. Where are we going to jump to? There we go. Security post. Calibrate the drive, and go.
Quantum drive is now on.
Okay, it didn't take too long. There it is. Gonna fly on in, land down, and try to hit them quick. Still 7 hostiles, so no other players are there killing them, thankfully. We should hopefully get there first. That's why you get the money for killing each one of them, I guess. So if I kill 4 of them and somebody else kills 3 of them, he's going to get some of the bonuses and I'm going to get some of the bonuses. So I want them all for myself, obviously. It's hard to tell which way up the ship station is sometimes. Got to try and find the landing pads. Do have to be a little bit careful of speed sometimes. You can come in too fast and then just absolutely destroy yourself by flying into the thing. I think we're underneath the platforms here. Come up nice and slow. There we go. Okay, this is the landing pad. I don't need to ask permission for this because the place has been invaded. So just got to land comfortably. Whoa, whoa. So easy to mess up the controls in this. Right, get landed, turn off the engine before I do anything else stupid. Right, we're good. Let's get out. Let's get after these damn infiltrators before they realise I'm here and get ready for me. So I use my fancy side door. There we go. Now no one else can get back in the ship, because no one else can open the back door but me, although I've left the back door open so people could steal my ship. And that is actually a thing. You can have your ship stolen. And that's another thing to mention actually, is that your ships have insurance. So if your ship blows up or you lose your ship, you're going to have to pay for the insurance to get it back. So that should hopefully be incentive to be careful with your ship and not be suicidal and fly your ship into stupid things and blow it up willy-nilly, because it is going to cost you a lot of money if you keep doing that. And I have been trying to press the buttons to get my weapons out, but nothing's coming out, so I've got to check that I've even got them. I do got my SMG, but it's not equipped. What? What the hell does that mean? Can I put it on? Sounds like it's in use on another character, but I've only got one character. What is this? Equipment, empty, 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 empty. If I click on this placeholder. Not sure what this means, a little bit confusing. There we go. Okay, it's equipped now. Probably just another little bug. Like I say, there are many bugs in this, but none of them are really game breaking. Some are just a little bit annoying, but do remember that this is an alpha. There's a lot of stuff that's going to be wrong with it, a lot of things that will need fixing over time. It's going to take some time. This game has probably got a few more years in it before it's completely finished. But for now, most of the bugs are just a little bit annoying, not really game breaking or anything, so it's not too big of a deal. Anyway, we're going in. Got to be careful. We got some gang boys to take care of. Gonna take it slow. Don't know this place really. Seems mostly clear. There's a guy down there. Oh, there's a guy here. Are they friendly?
Contact!
Nope, they are not friendly. Oh, wasn't sure. They weren't really moving. I thought they'd probably see me and attack me straight away. I've been hit. That's 2 down. 5 more to go. Where be they? I'm not too experienced in the first person stuff either, so I'm not completely sure how health works and healing works. Oh, dead end. Normally you can go through those bits. Someone upstairs. I can see a head. Got a little bit. Skimmed his helmet. Yeah, you heard that right. Rush in. Straight in the dome. Slow. Oh. Down number 4. 3 more to go. So you can imagine how much fun this would be with a couple of people and more enemies. If you're moving around in a little squad of 4 or 3, that could be some fun tactical FPS stuff. Oh, there's one. It's a tough one. He's down. Down to my last 24 rounds in this gun. 2 enemies left. Should be enough. Not sure if I can search their bodies or steal their weapons. Not sure where his went. Never mind, we'll keep looking. 2 more to go. Make that 1. This mission's going okay. Well, we can take his gun. Carry it. I will take his gun. It's got 30 rounds in it. That'll do nicely. This is a bearing gun. You can see on the side it says bearing, and that's the manufacturer of the gun. And that's the cool thing about this as well. There's all kind of made up manufacturers. The guns have different manufacturers. The ships and things all have different manufacturers. So like mine is an Aegis Gladius. Aegis is the manufacturer. There's one called Origin Jump Works, Drake Interplanetary, Roberts Space Industries. These are all the manufacturers of all the different ships and things. Just like in real life we have Ford and Volkswagen and Audi and all these different car manufacturers. Same sort of thing in Star Citizen with the ships and the weapons and the armor and stuff. It's all pretty awesome that it's all kind of thought up, and again it has its own lore and things, and the companies have histories and such, so yeah, it's really cool. Can't find this last little fella that we need to lay to waste. Where be he? I need to complete this mission and get my, what was it, 500 credits with bonuses. Oh, this is where you come to, I have been here actually. This is where you, if you've got a criminal stat record and you want to get rid of it, you come to this place, I believe. I've had to do that once. Criminal database. I think I'm fine now. There's usually a little symbol that tells you if you have a criminal stat, and I don't have that up on my screen right now, so I think I'm all good. Still can't find this fella though. Where is he hiding? You'd think he'd come out by now. The AI is still needs some work, of course, and some of this stuff is all going to need work. But like I say, early days, so don't judge it too heavily if you see things that look a bit silly. Oh, here he is. What the fuck? This gun won't fire.
Damn it!
Maybe he's got like a fingerprint recognition thing or something. Let's try my pistol out. I want to see if this is any good. Oh! 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 Oh, Christ. Me head. Oh, dear. Oh, what happened? Oh. Oh, it looks like I just about survived. Someone must have come along and killed that guy and saved me and brought me to safety. That's what happened. Oh, they brought me to the shittest hotel you've ever seen. It looks like I'm back on Levski. So, that didn't quite go according to plan. I got taken out by the last guy. I've learned that the pistol is shit. So, I won't be using that again in a hurry. Should have used my main gun. And I don't know why the other one didn't fire. Maybe it was like locked out from me being able to use it or something. I don't know, because it wasn't my gun. It'd be cool if that was a thing. But funnily enough, even though I failed that mission technically because I died and it said failed mission, I still actually got paid for it for some reason. I got paid before it brought me back here, so can't complain too much. Did most of the mission, got paid most of the credit. So happy days, that job was sort of a success. Now, I'm just seeing if there's any cool jobs to do, but not particularly. What I'm going to go do now is show you this planet Hurston, which has newly arrived to the game. And it is pretty freaking awesome, so we're going to go take a look around. And we're going to take a look at a ton of different ships, because there's a bit of an expo on at the moment, which they put in the game just for a week. And that allows you, like I said earlier, to rent them and try them out. And I've got a bunch of ships here which are on that list. I've only got like 2 of these ships. We've got the Anvil Arrow here, which we'll try out. And again, like I said, they've got manufacturers. So Anvil is the manufacturer and the Arrow is the model of the ship. So we'll try this one out. I've only had a little fly about in it. It's in hangar number 2, which is this one. So yeah, what we're going to do is go down. We're going to fly down to the planet, go down to the city, maybe have a little look around the planet if we can. And then I'm going to show you some of the space combat as well, because obviously that's a big part of the game. Fighting in your ship, making use of all these guns. I'll show you a little bit of that. But as well as this MMO universe that you can play in, there is actually just some arcadey modes that you can play. One called Arena Commander, which is a wave-based game mode where you fight in your ships. You use your actual ships that you own, and you take down a bunch of AI ships. You can play with other people as well. So it's a good way to get some practice in your ships, to learn about your weapons, to see what your ship can do in combat, how it works. Because combat's a bit of a strange one in this, because unlike real life, the combat in space doesn't play out like it does in a dogfight with jet planes on Earth, right? Because there's gravity involved. In space, there's no gravity, so it doesn't work quite the same. So it's very weird fighting dogfights in space, because it's not the same as what you might expect. But we'll get into that a little bit later. This is the Anvil Arrow. This looks pretty cool. It's very similar to the Gladius, actually. It's not too different. It's a light fighter as well, so similar sort of use. Looks nice though. Fancy red cockpit. Like I say, this is one of the newer ships to come out. Looks nice. And they are redesigning a lot of these ships. The Gladius used to look different. Some of the kind of starter, cheapest ships that you could buy used to not look that great, but they look a bit better now. This is a very nice little interface. I like this. Just 2 screens, but they're a bit bigger. Looks nice. Looks tidy.
You're clear to take off.
Thanks, Captain Levski. Doors are opening, and off we go. Or maybe when I turn the engine on.
Engines online.
Does help if you turn the engine on. There we go. We're away. You can see it has the wings up for now, but once we put our landing gear away, it shall transform. Oh yes, very nice. Pretty sweet transition. So yeah, this is the Anvil Arrow, another nice little ship. So we'll start heading towards Hurston now. It's going to take us a fair old while. We've got to get out of the atmosphere, and then we've got a hyper jump there, which is going to take about 15 minutes, but don't worry, I won't make you sit through that. But if you are interested in getting involved in this game and it looks like something you would enjoy, then you can go and play it right now. All you got to do is buy a starter package, which costs you, the cheapest ones are about 30 to 40 pounds. So I want to say about 40 pounds, and that'll get you one of 2 ships, either the Mustang or the Aurora. For the love of God, well, it depends what you want to do. I'd say get the Mustang, it's a better ship and it looks cooler. The Aurora though does have a little bit of storage space, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I think it has a bit of storage space, so it has a bit more use if you want to do some of these cargo missions, or you can just try and wing it and stuff it in your cockpit like I did. That sounded a bit wrong. But either way, what you're doing when you're buying this game is you're buying a ship. You buy a starter package which will just say it's a ship. But what you're actually getting is the game as well. So you're paying £40, but you're not just getting the ship for in-game, you're getting the game as well. You can trade that ship in later on to get it for a better ship, which is what I did. I traded in my Mustang and got the Gladius. I had to pay a bit more real money. And that's what most of the stuff in this game is bought with at the moment. If you want to buy a new ship, a bigger ship, a fancier ship, you have to pay real money. Eventually you will be able to buy it with in-game credits, but that's probably a little while off. But do realise that if you are going to buy Star Citizen, you are making an investment in the idea and in the company. They've made a hell of a lot of money. I think at this point they've made 200 million or something like that overall, with all the money they've made from people buying ships and people pledging and things like that. Because this started as like a crowd-funded Kickstarter campaign thing that was meant to get like a few 100,000, and it got like 1 million or something. So it's a pretty big budget game. Like I said, I personally love it. I love the vision of it. I love where it's going. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with it. But do remember, it's an alpha at the moment, and you are investing in the game. Don't expect a perfect game. Do expect it to crash. Do expect bugs. If you're not prepared for that, and you're one of those people that just likes to moan about every fucking little thing, don't bother. Just wait until it's maybe a finished game. Probably be a few years. But yeah, depends what you like. You can also use a reference code. You can use my reference code, which is right here and will be in the description. If you use that when you sign up to make an account, you'll get 5,000 free credits, which is good for you. And I also get a reference point, which means I eventually get some free stuff as well. So if you do plan to buy it, use my reference code, because we'll both benefit. And 20 minutes later, we have arrived at Hurston. We spent about 15 minutes in Quantum Jump just to get here. It does take real world time. It's a long time to jump across. I think it was 31 million kilometers we went. And I do like that you do actually have to travel that. You can't just jump it and loading screen it to the other side of the galaxy. You've got to make the effort. You've got to take the time to actually do it. So this is hyper jumping me down to Lorville, which is the place we're going on this planet. And again, as you can see, this planet is huge, and you can literally go on the entire thing all the way around the planet. And it is planet-sized. It's massive. Can you do a lot on it at the moment? Not really. Like I said, this city down here, it looks tiny from up here. Because it is, compared to the entire size of the planet. But there's loads of little things around. Well, a few other little bits around that you can explore. You can just explore the landscape, see the scenery. There's Lorville down there. That's where we're going. So yeah, we're going to go down. It's going to take us a little while to get through the atmosphere and down to the planet. But this is, again, one of the coolest things, I think. Coming down onto a planet for the first time, it's a pretty magical experience. And personally for me, I'm a huge fan of space. If I could do any one thing in life, in real life, it would be to go to space. That would be like the one dream and the one thing to do. Unfortunately, it's probably not going to happen in my lifetime. Maybe one day, us normal humans will get to go to space. Although you can actually go to the edge of the atmosphere right now, in real human life. You can get a fighter jet to take you up there. It costs a couple of £1,000s. It is something I want to do one day. Save some pennies. But here we go, entering the atmosphere. A typical burn as we go in. Again, just all these little details adding up to make the ultimate space sim experience. And this, to me, is what it has over any other space game. I know a lot of people enjoy Elite Dangerous. They think that's great, but it's missing the fact that you can even get out of your ship and walk around. All you do is fly around and mine and grind. I've only played it a little bit. I don't know too much, but Star Citizen is far superior in many ways, I believe, if not every way. So yeah, this is the only space sim for me. And like I say, it's big budget. There's a lot of money in this game, which is why I have a lot of hope in it. I don't think it's going to fail, and it's a game that I see a lot of longevity in. It's going to be around for the next 10, 15, 20 years, just like Eve is. Eve is a huge game. A lot of people still play it. A lot of people religiously live by it. And I see this game potentially being the killer of that and taking over. There's Lorville. We're closing in. You can see the altitude above the ground. We're closing in. We've got to be careful of the speed. We don't want to approach the ground too quickly. It will limit you automatically, like the game will, or your ship will slow you down so you don't just plummet straight into the ground because you're traveling at 1,000 kilometers a second or whatever. But yeah, this is the first city to be put in the game. It is like a proper city, like a very industrial, sort of Blade Runner-esque city. And while it looks tiny up here, once we get down there, you'll see how big it actually is. And it's crazy to think of the scale of everything. It's just mad how they've done it. And this is really the first point in time where Star Citizen has actually become playable. Because before this last 1 or 2 updates, the game barely got over 30 frames per second. At least for me anyway, it was dreadful. It was so stuttery. It was like 25 frames per second most of the time. It would drop lower than that. But now they've got some new technology implemented with these updates, and it runs mostly 60 FPS most of the time. Maybe some areas of the city it'll come down a bit, but for the most part you can see me flying here. This is above 60 FPS and it's running just fine. So now is the best time to get into Star Citizen if you should fancy it. Coming into the city now. I'm going to come in under this little bridge thing. You don't have to, but it looks a bit cooler when you do. Oh, there's the no-fly zone. So if I fly into any of that orange area, I will get shot down basically, and I will be destroyed. So got to be careful not to get too close to any of the city stuff, otherwise I'll be going down. Got to come in nice and slow. No need to rush it in. Still in the Anvil Arrow, of course. Oh, there's the edge. But, oh, I was going to say got to stay high, but not too high apparently. find the right spot to go in. There we go. So we will shortly be arriving at Lawville. We'll take a look around, check out some ships, and then go and blast some shit with those ships.